Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and beautiful Keenan Stadium, nestled beneath the pine trees. The home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, fired up and ready for this energized battle. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 16th ranked team, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Tar Heels will kick it away and start us off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So Duke's offense in less than ideal position off that poor return. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Keeping it on the ground here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Throws a bullet to the right. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Duke. Just ran away from the defense. Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away.
North Carolina, 0.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Tar Heels offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. Each team is kind of led, Kirk, by one of those alpha linebackers. They are counted on for so much every week.
Well, he's got to be physical in that box area, but also have the ability to play out in space against these teams that like to throw the football. Both these guys can do all of that.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out. And they'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They make the tackle, but it's a big gain. Ball near midfield, spotted at the 49.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new
catch made down inside the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Tar Heels pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Catch made by the tight end. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Let's see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about four-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Look at the throw on third and goal. Looking for 6. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Collins. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Great move there. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game that you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. The shotgun running play call. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Blue Devils are in the red zone. Trying the old counter play here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
He'll hand it off. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good, so it's a 14-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They've had to settle for field goals. That won't work anymore. They got to find the end zone this time. Receivers are bunched together. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. And the Tar Heels come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. It's an option look. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Looking downfield. And he's got it. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down after that previous play. He'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff on a single back formation. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
The ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd down here. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there. sets up a critical third down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. He's got some room and some blockers here. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Making people miss. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made it to 32. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And the Tar Heels will line up now. It's first and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 30 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
See what they can do here. Third down and goal from the 1. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
This gives you an idea of the versatility of this offense, Chris. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. A lot of people would think they're going to run the football, but instead they trust the quarterback to make a good decision, great execution, and an easy touchdown for the offense.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Over the middle, it's Collins. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. And that'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
First down here for this offense. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Lets it go quickly. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Chris, really?
Second, the coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the timeout is called, the important stage late here in the second quarter.
Really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, just basically...
On the junior gets home, making a sack there. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Handoff taken, heads off right tackle. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Tar Heels will have to kick it away. And the offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. If you play quarterback, how about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his... It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Catch made on the left side. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Bringing pressure. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Defense is coming after him. This throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick it away when he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. Hubbard's team brings down the return. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Defensive PI cost him 15 yards and gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
The Blue Devils will kick it off to begin the second half. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for the wide out. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's play action. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Man, just a tough way to start this second half for this offense. You know, when you get together at halftime, you make all the adjustments based on what you learned from the first half. And to come out and throw an interception in the second half, they got to adjust again.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that 1st down.
Breaks loose at the 40, and it's a huge chunk play. Finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, and you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. It's 28-10. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. The pocket breaking down. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game, because that was a big-time game.
And the Blue Devils line it up with first and goal. Pitches to the back. Touchdown, Duke. And the beatdown continues. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
The Turn begins inside the 10. Gets it to the... line, and that's where they'll start the drive. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
A completion sets up a second down play. They'll run it here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Motion now from the tight end. And then first down, right back to the running game.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
As we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, and the sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this third down. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina. That tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous, and he's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from this secondary, but I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
North Carolina, 17.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Blue Devils offense has back out on the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. Ball handed off. An effective play, good for a first down of the 35.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
First down and 10 now. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Open.
That one hurts. Smacks him up 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
That's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a gap. It's Collins. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Good enough for first down yardage. The Blue Devils are going to keep this drive rolling. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
The game makes it second and medium. Quick pass. The catch is made. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
And the Blue Devils will have 1st and 10 here. Trying to run, it's Collins. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll hand it off. Touchdown, Blue Devils. To stretch the lead, the route is on. So the offense flexing here, and stretching their lead here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the 2nd half.
Bringing it out, it's Morris. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Finds an open target on the left side. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
1st down. We're going to throw the football. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Tar Heels. This offense really clicking. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage, because right now it is not working.
So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Excellent field position here for the offense. Hand off to the back. Keep the clock moving. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Send the back in motion. The big fullback's got it here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Well, they feed the fullback here in the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget.